There it is. I think now it's on. Yay. There. Will you move? Why I can't move this? Okay. There we go. Howdy do. Howdy do, Rangeroo. Right, Joyce, thank you very much. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay. Here I is. I got reads. Some, anyway. No. There's one person I wanted to do a reading on. I wrote a note. The note says, see picture. The picture's in the phone. So we'll wing it, though. We'll wing it. We'll wing it. Be all right. Got dark. Then there was light. Okay. Now this one will end on purpose. I don't know how long it'll be because, mind you, still had to find something to eat at some points, but we'll get there when we get there. How about that? So, thanks for joining me on the walk. It's very nice. Be out in nature again. Turn it off. Turn it off. Turn this on. Let's see. is impromptu, so this is behind the scenes here. Okay. Okay. So what we got on the agendas? Where to start? Well, we'll start with the person that I was supposed to have the note on, and I don't because the note's in the phone and the phone is dead. His name is Ray Holberg. He was a longtime representative in the state of, I forget, Ray Holberg, North Dakota State Senate. He's a former member of the North Dakota State Senate. He looks just like Mitch McConnell. Gross. Ugh. They look like they was brothers. Like they were hatched from the same decrepit egg. He's 79 years old, and right now he stands accused of traveling to Prague to have sex with a child. It ain't always Republicans, but a lot of times. But a lot of times it is. This old family values and Jesus wept. You know what Jesus didn't do? Travel to Prague to have sex with a kid. So he says he is not guilty. He is innocent. So there's that. So he's accused of traveling to solicit activities from a minor 3 times. To the tune of $5,302.14. And this was not like this week, next week. No, this is like the span of years that he did this. Back and forth to the Czech Republic. He traveled to China, Berlin, Kosovo, Amsterdam as well. So he has been accused. Taxpayer money, yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. 3 times that we know of. There you go. So what I want to know, and hi, Jace. What I want to know, is he guilty, allegedly, for entertainment purposes only? I don't know nothing. We're just going to see what come out of this here. How about that? Is he guilty? Because mind you, you can be accused of all kinds of things and not be guilty. Because, people accuse people of things sometimes. His name is Ray Holberg. That's who I'm talking about. Oh, where'd the camera go? It fell out. It's still. I just want to have all the technical difficulties all in one day. That's fine. But that's his name right there. Ray Holberg. They're watching. That's what it is. So, since they're watching, is he or isn't he? Is he innocent of these allegations? Is he guilty? What will they find? Will they find him innocent? Or will they find him guilty? So let's see. Ray Holberg. It ain't always Republicans, but sometimes. Federal charges, yes. King of Wands and the Eight of Cups. Queen of Wands, Chariot, Moon, Three of Pentacles. This is interesting. It's not, okay. So there are times when you do a reading and you're asking technically yes or no. And all you really need is one or two cards or something like that, right? And then you do the reading and it skips the yes and no and tells you, here's what happened. What happened is this. So I'm getting a little swarm of detail here. So I'm going to pull two cards for yes or no. Is he guilty? Or we can let one fly out and see what happens there too. Is he guilty is what I want to know. Because again, maybe not. Is he guilty? Is this all reversed? No, it's upside down. Okay, Page of Swords. Negative news, bad news. Oh. The negative news comes from there. We'll pull one more just in case. Okay, details. This is bigger than yes and no. This is an Epstein type thing. Not that he's connected with Epstein, but it's a web. He didn't go on checkrepublickids.com and say this is the one I want type thing. There's always a go-between. There's a go-between. There's him. There's his this was while he was in a position of power that he has since left, but there's a lot of details there. And there is a go-between, somebody he worked with in order to do these in particular things. Collaborations. This is finances and money and things of that nature too. You got something, I got something, then there's somebody else. So there's a collaboration. This is usually of three or more parts. So this is not just him and this person. It's him and a network type of thing. Then there's someone here in the warning position. So whoever this is probably coming after you of some sort. There's also we're going to get there too with Mike Johnson, but there's like a charity or organization. This is not just in the Czech Republic. This is different places. He was a traveler. This is like an organization. Like Mike Johnson working with the Youth League or whatever they're called, and they had 5 sexual abuse allegations and they ignored all of them. Speaking of the Catholic Church. So there's some sort of network or charity or something like that too that also protects that kind of information or pushes it under the rug. There's a lot more details that are to come from this, especially when these people start to emerge, whoever the go-betweens are. Once they start to emerge, more details become clear. Again, 2 cards of the eclipse. things are yet to be revealed. There's something else on the other side of what's about to happen. So we'll skip the yes and no and say there's a whole bunch of more that's about to pile on, and he's at the center of it. Well, not the center, but center of his read. So, yeah. Ray Holberg, your goose is cooked, my friend. Biden. Let's go to Biden and the race. 2024. What's it looking like for him now? Again, I said this when we were doing the walk around. I'm not going to talk about Israel in every stream. And I'm pretty sure this, again, call it a hunch. I don't know this for sure. I'm pretty sure that YouTube at some point is about to start flagging Israeli content and start putting little notes under the videos and things of that nature, and just other personal reasons we won't go there. I'm pretty sure there's 1,000 readings on Israel somewhere. But what I want to know is, how will this affect Biden, who said that Israel was not behind the attacks because they told him so, basically. And they basically just voted to send $1 billion there too. So this has got some backlash, and then you got Hunter Biden still kind of hanging over your head too, and then you got a couple of people who are primarying you, the RFK and the Dean Phillips guy. Cornel West is too, but bless his heart, he can't get on the ballot anywhere. So there's that. So how will he do with Democrats in the 2024 election? Because he requested that they pause hostilities. How about stop hostilities? Pause. Not stop. Pause. Well, these two were coming out, so let's see. How will he do with Democrats in the 2024 election, which is next year? Let's see. I don't understand why, anyway. Saudi Arabia, Israel, free pass. Do what you want. Doesn't matter. There are some on the fence, and there are some who will campaign strongly. There is more here than there are here, though. So he still looks strong for 2024. I think the family thing is going to impact him a lot more than the Israeli thing. So that is going to bring more of some consternation, more of some headache for him in his re-election bid than Israel. I said this before, there's a woman who brings a lot of pressure his way too. So I don't know if maybe Nemerata gets the thing over there, the nomination or something, but there's a woman who brings a lot of heat his way. A very capable one too, so she's not an idiot by any means. But as far as it goes, still fine. But there's a lot to come out still with this. This is your word of warning right there. Anticipation, family, and then your drama here. So Hunter Biden's got a lot that And mind you, at this point, it doesn't matter. He's not running for president because that's what they're going to use. People vote with feelings instead of policy far too much, of course. And so it doesn't matter if he's got a son that's broken a bunch of laws. He's not running for president, but that's what people are going to think because that's what sticks in their mind. And so people loved Barack Obama when he made great speeches. He hadn't had like a big, long history of policy, but he invoked that feeling and then people got behind him. Same with Donald Trump. Donald Trump on the other side spewed garbage, the kind of garbage that they eat, and they liked it. I'm going to build a wall and force another country to pay for it because we don't like Mexicans. And so let's vote for that guy. Feelings. So right now he's still okay, but we'll see what happens after all this other stuff starts to fall out with Hunter. Amy Schumer is the comedian, is right now going through a pre-cancellation stage. And cancel culture is at her neck at the moment because she has tweeted things. See, here's another thing. When you have a company or you're a highly public figure like that, stay out of this type of stuff. All the Israeli this or the Islamic that or the Russian this, and what you should do is you should be on Twitter putting out your tour dates. That's it. That's it. You retweet people who say something nice about you or who put a tribute video or something like that. That's it. It's generic. It's all about you and your career, not you and your opinion. Because opinions get you nothing but backlash. I don't care. There's 247 people in here right now. One of y'all is disagreed with everything I say. That's just the way it works, though. And so when she put out her Israeli tweets and then started quoting Dr. King and then all these, and then of course everybody labeled you with the pro-genocide and then all these other, like, it's now she is going through it and then she's been arguing back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, and then now it's starting with the, oh, she's ugly and oh, she's fat, and oh, like they're going after you, and this doesn't look good for a person who's got a movie coming out or tour dates and all that type of stuff. And so when you have a Twitter as a public figure, Chick-fil-A, all you should be tweeting out is, hey, Chick-fil-A is opening a new restaurant in Spokane. And that's all. We don't need to hear about your views and all this type of stuff. And so there you go, Tammy. So what is going to happen for the future of Amy Schumer? Will she recover from this? I'm pretty sure she will, but I don't know. This one's different because we got videos and pictures of the horror from the Gaza, and then, you know, people anti-Semitism, like it. So it just, you should be, Amy Schumer's coming to Madison Square Garden November 8th. That's all you need to say. Because technically, she said this on her Twitter, mind you, because somebody was calling her failed. She is the most successful female comedian of all time. I know. I was like, who? Excuse me? The numbers say so. Kathy Griffin is in the Guinness Book of World Records because she has the most specials. But Amy Schumer sold out the most big places, or like she sold out Madison Square Garden. That's a 60,000 seat arena. She sold it out twice in 2 days. 2 days back to back. And so she is deemed the most successful female comedian of all time. Not Lucille Ball and no, Amy Schumer. I know. I know. So there's that. Six of Swords and Seven of Wands. So she's going to be fighting for some time. Six of Swords is a troubled transition. You do carry a lot of baggage, so that means people are not going to forget. And then the Seven of Wands, climbing to the higher ground, but you're going to have to defend. So this isn't going away. I don't know, maybe you need to quit Twitter for a little bit, or pause, or... And here's another thing. No, not Carol Burnett. So it's Amy Schumer. So here's another thing. When you become inundated with criticism on Twitter because of something you tweeted or X'd or whatever it's called now, what you should do is turn it off. Turn off your notifications if you got to come into your phone, or stop looking at it, and just go on about your business. People will eventually stop trying to beat the dead horse because it's not fighting back. They'll move on to something else. They'll still hate you, but at least now you don't fight every day. But it's a human response to when you come at me with aggression, that I may come at you the same way. But the lesson of the strength card is a soft answer turneth away wrath. And sometimes what you need to do in order to tame the lion is leave it alone. It'll get tired and walk away. There is a trick that vultures have adapted to. I don't know what the word is I'm trying to use. They know how to play dead. Most things in the wild, cheetahs and lions and tigers, if you move, they chase. And then they catch you, and then their aggression starts, and then they kill you and they eat you. If you don't move, that part of their brain doesn't click on. They'll go and they'll smell you, they'll push you around a little bit, but if you don't move, they will actually walk off. I've seen it before. They'll walk right off, and then the vulture gets up and flies off. It plays dead. Amy Schumer, lay down and play dead. That is the only way you're going to get out of this. They're still going to hate you, but at least now you don't have to fight. Go watch a movie. Go cook a meal or something. Don't you got kids? Go play with your kids. Get off of Twitter. So we got a lot of this one. This is going to hurt. Again, trouble transition and defending. This one's going to hurt. You're going to feel this one in the future because, again, the Six of Swords is a transition to the calm waters, but you have to go through the storm and you carry the swords, the baggage with you. So thou must be careful. Leave it alone. Damage is done. Bell has been rung. You cannot unring it. Damage has been done. You are going to be painted. But this is going to shake up your career, your talent, which is what you rely upon. You don't build skyscrapers somewhere, so this one's more inbred in your soul type talent. This one's going to shake it up, though. So if you got some movies coming, they're going to have to push them way back or cancel them all together. I'm talking 2027. Because everything is going to have to die way down, and then some people are still not going to like you because you're going to be branded. Because, mind you, look in the picture. They're chained to the podium, so the thing that you stand on and not you. So it is not necessarily they hate you, they hate what you stand for, and what you stand for is going to continue. It lingers like a smell. And so there's that. That is going to affect your contracts and things and your work. Word of warning. There's a statement coming. She made a statement. She probably has another one coming. She made a statement. The statement made it worse. Because then what people started to do after that is they went back in time, as they do with Twitter, and they started pulling up all of the stuff where you were speaking very disparagingly about Hispanic men and how they were rapists, basically. So, a false knight and the lying tongue. You got a statement coming, but nobody believes it. Because you have a precedent. And mind you, this could be your Twitter handle too. Something you monetize, you cash in on, you promote. There are some deals here. So some people are still trying to stand with you, but there's some shakeup with that deal. I don't know if the money is reduced or the contract is lessened. So I don't know if you had a gig that was over a period of time, like you were hosting something over a period of time, but that's going to be cut down. You're going to have to wait this one out for quite some time. Because everything that's coming to harvest right now is not good. And your statements make it worse because you said what you said. So get off of Twitter and go play with your kids or something. Since you want to talk. Anyway, Tennessee State Rep Justin Jones is going to sue Cameron Sexton for his ousting and the racism. How will that go? Now, mind you, I wrote that down like 2 weeks ago. Is that still happening? Where's the mouse? Let's look. Justin Jones lawsuit. Cameron. So as of October 3rd, yeah, that was a month ago. Well, he files a lawsuit. So let's look and see. She's touring. Well, she's going to have to cut some of them dates now. She's going to get some protests, and people aren't always the nicest. So, So, Justin Jones, how will that go for you? Okay, well, these three fell out. There's Justice, Five of Swords, Son. How will this go for you? High Priestess. Knight of Pentacles. How will that go? Well, he has the potential to run for higher office. So here you have Justice and Five of Swords. There is something where he was indeed forced out and bullied. There's your lawsuit right there. He has some success, but there's information coming in, and he's getting it like lumps at a time, because something is about to break open here. It's about to be exposed, because this was a collaborative effort to get him and the other young man and the woman who survived her ousting, but there was an effort there, and there's some communications that spell very bad news for Cameron. But there's a lot of information that's about to break open, a lot of plots schemings, a lot of things of that nature, bully type things. Like they wanted to apply pressure. They wanted to basically force them to quit or to move on or to stop. And so then they just tried to kick you out. That didn't work either. So there's a concerted effort to attack. And that's the part that's about to break open, a whole lot of that, to where he's going to win this case, I think. But the bigger picture or the bigger message is all of the stuff that's about to hit the fan. This thing, this collaborative effort, word of warning, there's some people there that tried to apply pressure and scheme. And it's not just Cameron, it's a whole bunch of them. So we'll see. Good luck there. Sharon Huckabee Sanders, who has denied a Freedom of Information request 4 times, I believe. Which, how do you do that? Exactly. Did I say freedom? Well, freedom from information, freedom for information. So, legal woes for Sharon Huckabee. This gets a little worse because, again, we seen that in another read. There was a person who was not going to let this go, and there is a person who is not letting this go. Now, whether that person will be successful or not is a whole other thing, but they ain't letting it go. So I want to know first legal woes, and then I wanted to look at her political future, because apparently right now, I don't like polls, but she is polling at the lowest anyone has ever polled in the history of being Arkansas governor. So let's see. But again, I'm not a poll person. They make all that up. So. But I can believe that one. Sort of. You elected her in the first place, so something went wrong. Legal woes for Sharon Huckabee. Oh, Lord. So once we get some info, then it all breaks open. Because mind you, if there's nothing to see here, there's nothing to see here. There's rings in this box. I can tell you that. And you can want to know that for sure. And I can cooperate and just show you. Thank you, N.R. Milford. I can just show you. Or I can say none of your business. And then you can file for freedom for information. And then I can deny it. But if there's not a big deal, then just show me. That way we can just move on to the next thing. What are you hiding? Whatever it is, it ain't going to be cute when everybody find out. Because if you trace the tower back, you will see where you went wrong. And this is also ego and hubris, where you think you are above everything and everybody else. This is why tower moments, they don't last forever, but they bring everything down when they do. Because you built it upon sand, on the faulty foundation. Something's about to blow open and you ain't gonna like it. Mind you, in this card is the leader. That's the leader, man who was over the land that the Tower of Babel was built in. Nimrod. What's his name? Ace of Wands. So and Seven of Wands. There's some sort of action coming here. Mind you, Seven of Wands is a successful defense. But it's successful. So she's not necessarily going to go down in flames from just this incident here. Page of Wands. This is your information you want. Tower right in the middle. King of Pentacles. There's a guy here. Ooh, Seven of Swords. There's a guy here. That's who you're defending against. He's got some. He's a Taurus. And so when he dig his horns in, he can't stop. He can't let it go. It's like a Virgo almost. They can't let it go. Just, no, I can't let it go. I can't let it go. And then there's some schemes and stuff that's going to be uncovered in this information. That's the part you don't want anybody to see. Schemes and scams. Three of Wands, word of warning, anticipate. Queen of Wands, there you go. Two of Swords, decision-making time, and the Ten of Pentacles. Your whole administration has a money problem. I mean, we know that just from reports, but this is also a network, a web, where, and I think there's another report like that too, to where you're basically giving sweetheart deals with Arkansas money. Somebody you went to church with all of a sudden's got a contract for something, and somebody that you've known since 1915, they got a contract for something, and then your dad's got a contract. Like everybody is getting contracts for something so they can take government money. That mind you, right below that, there's your scheme. Watch out, Huckabee. I'm trying to tell you. You play if you want to. Play if you want to. Ain't nothing cute about that. Good. Pop out. All right. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Okay. I have to change my chat. Not that you needed to know, but I'm going to tell you anyway. There we go. Okay. Next. James Renner has cooperated and flipped. He is one of the people who was the fake electors up there in Michigan. This is some time ago, mind you. I'm a little late. I wrote all this down. These were actually on my list for last Sunday. We didn't get to none of that, though, because I had like 30 questions. We don't ever do 30 questions. So I'm doing them today. So what does his flipping mean for this case, this shite show? Because he ain't the only one. He's like one of 16 or something like that. So let's see. Trying to save his skin. You know what's crazy? James Renner. What's your name, James Renner? You know the best way to be okay and to save your skin is to not commit crimes in the first place. I want to go swimming, but I would love to stay dry. Yeah, go ahead. Everybody getting the tower today, huh? Come on through, Mr. Tower. What does it mean? Oh, it exposes a lot of the money. It exposes a lot of everything. Okay. So we start here. This is a lot of money. Personal money, people being paid large checks for something. There's a lot of foot soldiers. So he must or might know or have some sort of communication about how far-reaching this was. And so there's a lot of information here about the details, but it's like the people that were involved, the employees, the foot soldiers. There's plots, a lot of them. How to end something, how to destroy something, and that type of thing. This was all nefarious, of course, we know that. But there's a lot of information about it and exposes it. So he has gotten some leniency, though, from the justice system, defense, and then being able to tame. So he's got some leniency because he's going to cooperate, apparently. Word of warning is the Four of Pentacles. He may need something similar to witness protection or something like some sequestering. You just you don't need to disappear from society, but you do need to be immune from influences on the outside. Because for whatever reason, he knows a lot and is about to expose a lot. And there's the collaboration. So he talks about a lot of this. He knows a lot of the players, a lot of the foot soldiers, the orchestrators. So, okay. Oh, I forgot Sarah Huckabee's political future. Let's look at that. Let's see how she will do going forward. Sarah Huckabee. And for those who asked, yes, you can say the wrong name and Spirit still knows who you mean. So intention is what it is. Donald Trump's name is not 45 or the former guy. You can say that and still be very accurate with your read. Political future. What is this? Flying all over there. Decisions to be made. I don't know when her term is up. Probably no time soon because I think she was just elected. But political future. Let's see. I wasn't pulling this card, but it did pop up. I pulled one other card and this flipped up with it. But we won't read that right now because that's not the one I pulled. First card, the Knight of Cups and the World. So we're rounding something out. I believe there's a speech about moving forward, and it's BS because that's what the Knight of Cups does best. He's doing something. He's giving you something that sounds nice, but you need to read the details. So she may be having what's best for Arkansas, and I need to go and explore other endeavors, and maybe she'll run for governor of Tennessee next. And it's something, she has one of these aspiration type speeches, but it's all garbage because she's going to end that cycle. There's a new leader coming in, but they're just like her. So Arkansas will get y'all shite together, but there's another leader there. But I think she is one termer, but we'll see. We'll see. Something about legacy and moving on in Arkansas and that kind of thing. Girl, bad. So, Mike Johnson. My phone is dead, so I can't look it up. So let me see. So Mike Johnson has partnered with a anti-gay conversion therapy group. Just why do you try so hard? I don't understand. Human beings, I don't get none of y'all. I swear sometimes I don't understand. Gay people, black people, white people. What you are, not are completely, but a fraction of who you are, your race, your sexuality, your religion, your whatever. That's not all of who you are, and you don't think about it and talk about it all day long. I don't know too many people in the world. I don't know any white person that just walks around talking about, I'm white all day. And I'm going to have a dentist appointment. It's going to be a white dentist appointment. And I'm going to go to the white grocery store. And I'm going to go in my white car and go to the white beach. And they go regular places and do regular things like regular people. Same as gay people, same as black people, same as orange people, same as people who got dogs and people who got cats. And maybe not people who got dogs and cats, because y'all talk about y'all animals all day long. So but it's like, you get what I'm saying? A characteristic of your being is not something that takes over the whole thing. So why do you, as a non-gay person, talk about it all the time and go through this much effort? Eddie Long, every time I see people like Mike Johnson, that's all I think about. He protested every pride. He protested every gig this. He protested and protested and protested. And then the stories came out about him sending pictures of himself in the mirror like this to 18-year-old boys that he was mentoring. Child. Jesus. Eddie Long Jr., that's what his name is. So these youth ministry things, it was, I forget what the name is, but I believe, wait a minute, it was an adoption agency, was it not? Anyway, he had some kind of, the story's in my phone, but now the phone's dead. So. Yeah, he has no bank account. How do you not have a bank account? I mean, I can understand you don't have one if you had one before that is defunct or something like that, but you're the Speaker of the House. You're third in line for president. Okay. But what I want to know is he involved, allegedly, for entertainment purposes only, is he involved in anything untoward when it comes to youth? I'll say it that way. Because what I get is financial in nature. I didn't get anything physical, but I didn't ask specifically either. He is something. Look, these type of people, him, There's one story that's about to break it all open. It's coming. I don't know from who. What's that child name? Jerome and Farrell. Maybe one of them children gonna do it, but it's gonna be a big deal. You watch. You watch what I tell you. Anything untoward. Matt Gaetz Jr. That's it. King of Pentacles. Check his money. Would he walk around with prepaid visas? Check his money. He's hiding a whole bunch of stuff. Something fishy. Stuff moves around and it has no recipient. It's kind of like, you haven't seen the movie Dumb and Dumber? The man goes in the airport. He's got a suitcase in his hand and he sits it on the floor and then walks off. He didn't hand it to anybody. Oh, no, it was the lady. She sits it on the floor. What's supposed to happen is the person who knows it's sitting there eventually comes along and picks it up. He's got money sitting somewhere with no recipient. There's somebody else it goes to, but I don't know what for. I mean, I pulled one card, but I don't know what for. But look at his money. There's a web of garbage in there. And your conversion therapy is there's no smoke here type of thing. Anyway, I bet you watch RuPaul Drag Race every day. But there's something real fishy. Real fishy. It's just hard to pin is all. But there's always a fail somewhere. I tell you, always a fail somewhere. Some exposure, forced exposure. There's a story. Somebody's going to blow it all the way open. Something to do with your money. This doesn't result in charges. It results in scrutiny. And so what's going to happen, or at least the way I think it's going to happen, is there's an expose and somebody writes a story and then next thing you know, it picks up and everybody's talking about it. And then we can go from there. But this exposure does not lead to charges and jail time. This leads to being exposed. And so that's all it does for right now. Five of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, Eight of Wands, Sun. So I'm not getting physical contact with youth in this. I think it may be just telling me about something else first, and we can ask that again, but I'm going to go there. It'll come up if it comes up. I ain't going there again. But this apparently was more... not important, but it's going to happen first. This is exposed first. You have the Sun and this business. There's people here. And they could be young men, but Knights don't necessarily have a sex to them. So, again, just network. There's people here. There's money being passed, and there's services being rendered. Is something also being kept on a steady supply? Dependability, steady supply. But exposure is on the way. We already see this. We see the smoke. So the things that you may be thinking, probably true, because you see the smoke. You can't hide in the sun, and then you try to hide here. This exposes. As I say, 3 exposure cards in the tarot: the star, the sun, and the tower. The star is nothing to hide, so I'll show you. You can look if you want. The sun is, there's absolutely nothing to hide, and you can't hide it even if you try it, because it's out of the box. The tower is the burst open, kick open the door type thing. And so he's got something here, expose, that will kick open the door, and then there is something here to where you see it already. I think if we really thought about it, again, probably whatever you're thinking is true. What's there already? The weird adoption, the no money traces type thing, the weird wife who has a whole bunch of weird websites with anti-gay this and conversion therapy that, and what you're thinking is more than likely true because you see it already. The exposure's there. And then somebody breaks open a story, and then you're like, see, I knew it. Yeah, it's showing you already. Look at that money, though. There is a meme on Twitter I seen, and it goes for Mike Johnson too, but it was the head of Donald Trump on the ground with some dog excrement, and the dog was sweeping it up with the dog mess and the Donald Trump head all in the same. And saying the GOP puts their trust in this guy, and same with the other fool, Mike Johnson. Okay, moving on next. So as of October the 2nd, that's a month ago, Don Gaetz, for those who do not know, that is the father of Matt Gaetz. Don Gaetz is running for Florida Senate. So both of them will be on the ballot. But he's running for state Senate. And it rains, it pours, doesn't it? So how will Don Gaetz do if he decides to run for Florida State Senate? All Republicans ain't bad, but why are so many of you? I know like 20 Republicans in my whole life. And I've gotten I get along with everybody. As long as you don't, you don't do nothing stupid, say nothing stupid, we'll be just fine. I get along with a little bit of anybody. It's part of my ministry, I guess. I'm supposed to be able to talk to anybody. But, there are some people that you run across, they just instantly get on your nerves, and you know it. Anyway, Don Gaetz. Don Gaetz of Hell runs for Florida Senate. How would he do? Yes, close the gates, exactly. Okay. First card, Three of Swords. Maybe this ain't the venture for you, home boy, but let's see. Do we need any? Do we need any more cards? Good God in heaven. I mean, you don't need no more. That's it, buddy. Okay. Seven of Swords. High Priestess. Schemes and scams. Okay, well, maybe this is not talking about his Senate bid. It could be talking about something else. Get it up, first of all. No. But you got something else, I think, to worry about in the family. But I'm going to say no. This is not good. Last card. Set this one out. Word of warning, opportunity. Word of solace, wheel of fortune. In time, just not right now. Anyway. So now let's look at y'all hear Ivanka didn't want to testify. She said it was undue hardship because she's a mother. You know, my sister raised 4 kids by herself. Sometimes I wonder, people like her, do you even know what hardship means? Like the actual meaning of the word? My sister raised 4 kids by herself and went to school and had a job at the same time. Job, school, 4 kids. You have millions of dollars, a husband, nannies, hardship. A nanny on vacation, I guess. Gear, if you don't get somewhere and sit down. Do you even know how to change a diaper? I can change one with one hand. Do you know how to change a diaper? How many times you been up at 3 o'clock in the morning because the baby won't stop crying? How many times? Hardship. Girl, hardship. You know how, I'll tell you hardship. You know how my mother got out of jury duty one time? If she showed up to court with all her kids in her hand. That's how she got out of jury duty, because she showed up and she had all these baby children everywhere. Jury duty. They want you to go to court so you can testify about the company you used to work in, in your crime family syndicate. And you didn't want to go because it's undue hardship. So I have a question, though. Why do you not want to testify? Because they ain't got nothing to do with hardship. Now, I have a suspicion. I mean, we all know why, because you don't want to talk, but I want to see what it says. Why you don't want to go? What happened was? What happened? Why? Because you see how Goofy 1 and Goofy 2 got up on the stand, and one perjured himself and the other one looked real stupid. Well, not perjured. He contradicted his other testimony. You know what they say about telling the truth is you don't have to have a good memory. But when you tell a fibberies, snowball. Tell another one, and then another one, and then another one. And then you go to court, and then you tell another one, and they like, wait a minute. You didn't say that last time. Oh, what happened is I mixed my Benadryl with my Sudafed, and I had a lapse in judgment. I understand. It happens to everybody. Why she ain't want to testify? Jesus, Christian. Your family ain't perfect, but it ain't theirs. Okay, so that's something to be grateful for this holiday season, man. Oh, Lord. Temperance. She wants out of it. Why you don't want to testify? 6 of Wands, center of attention. All eyes on me. She don't want to lie. Letitia James somewhere just like, come on through, Mr. Testimony. Yes. She has invested $9,438 in popcorn stock. I bet you, because she is sitting back and enjoying all of these shows. I just know she is. It's like Netflix. You just let it play. Let it play. Let it play. Mm-hmm. You know, Netflix sometimes give you, are you still watching? Yes, I am. Let it play. Don Jr., Eric, Ivanka, Melania, Baron Jr., all y'all come on in and talk to me. Say something. I want to hear all y'all talk today. Yes, Trump too. Come on. Where Ivana? Dig out a hole number 1 and bring on here. Let's see what she say too. Prop her up like, what's that weekend at Bernie's? Prop up, see what she says. I want to hear what you got to say. Where's the seance button? Get the Ouija board out. Let's see what she got to say too. Everybody knows something. I know it. Come on through. Why you don't want to testify? Because she don't want to lie. It's a burden. She has a lot of secrets and she'd like to keep them. Word of warning is the high priestess. She's burdened. She's burdened by the fact that she knows everything. She got a lot of details, especially about work. She'd like to keep them to herself if you don't mind. She would like to escape, but she can't. Hardship. Hardship, you say. Okay. I bet it is. Undue hardship. Because you're a mother. You know, a real mother, what she would say is not undue hardships. I got to go here. I got to do this. I got to go there. Like she would list it. You can't just say mother and then that take care of everything. No. What you got to do? What you got to do? What you got to do that day? Take the kids to school. Okay, well, you got 3 hours until they get back out of kindergarten or whatever age they at. Come talk to me for 3 hours and I'll let you go back. Or you let them spend the day with their daddy and then you bring your tail to court. Thank you. You know how many women in this world raise kids by themselves with no husband? You got grandparents. I wouldn't leave a child with Trump, but I mean, you got the option. You got grandparents. They got a daddy. 1-800-babysitter. I'm sure somebody is working there that ain't a molester or axe murderer. You got options. Or bring them with you and let them sit their behind down right in the thing and watch you sit up there and lie to the world. If you're a real mama, they'll behave in court. They start making a bunch of noise, just look back and give them the mama eye and they'll be quiet. But you ain't probably got one of them because they don't like you like that. You ain't even got to yell at them or nothing. You just, hey. You figure it out. It's called being the mother. You'll figure it out. You got options. So a lot of people don't. My sister raised 4 kids, went to school, and had a job all at the same time. You just need to go to court because your family is a crime family. You maniac. Okay. That's enough of that. Undue hardship. There's like, request denied. See you Monday. Oh, Lord Jesus. Oh, that's what it was called. Okay, wait a minute. Let me look this up one more time. One more again. Ooh, Lord. Okay. All right. I'm looking something up, so I'll be with y'all in just a moment. This is the story I was trying to find. Okay, boom, there it is. Now this is on Twitter, so I don't know how vetted this is, but there is a group called Young Life Ministries, YLM. They are currently being sued too. Since the year 2000, there have been 8 employees who have been accused of sexual misconduct with minors. And apparently that's where Mike Johnson got the 8 to 14-year-old black boy from. is Youth Life Ministries. So Youth Life Ministries, what I want to know, because, and mind you, it's a Christian group. Church pedo ring. Boom. That's the word right there. What's going to happen with them? No adoption. Just pick a card type of thing and walk out. Meanwhile, he has gone on record saying that he fights against same-sex couples adopting children. Youth Life Ministries. What's the future there? Exactly, Jules. It ain't the trans person in the bathroom that you should be afraid of. It's the person in the pulpit. Nope, not the drag queen, the other person dressed up in a costume, preaching to you about God and stuff. Anywho, so there's the King of Wands, there's a man and the Chariot. Someone is coming forth with some cooperation. This feels okay. What happens? Nothing. So this feels very, I did a reading on a place called Noah's Ark Sanctuary. Noah's Ark Sanctuary is a place for animals, and they have had allegation after allegation and story after story about abuse and malnutrition and so forth and so forth when it comes to the animals that they have. They have not been shut down, though. It seems like then when people investigate, then it just goes away. And so here, the King of Wands and the Chariot, there's some cooperation. Someone would want information. That information is provided. And this goes away. So it's almost like the person going to do an investigation has no intention on truly uncovering something. They just have the, let me mark off on my list that I saw everything. Okay, fine. Nothing else to see here. That's like sending me to go investigate Jen Lynn or something. Just so you know, she did nothing wrong, and I'm going to say that in court too. So it's one of them things. I'm going to send a person that's already at least on your side or somewhat on your side, and then all is well. Because they're just fine. Just fine. There's your little organization. There's some stress because somebody's doing some looking. But it'll be all right for now. For now. Now, what can turn this around, though? This woman, she may have a one-woman crusade at some point to where, but even when you bring this to everybody's attention, you still need someone who is not biased to do the investigation, because they're being sued right now for cover-up. Not shut down, not investigated by the FBI, sued. A lawsuit. No federal indictments, nobody got arrested, no, sued. I mean, the people who were accused got arrested, but that was since 2000, not yesterday. There's been eight incidents that have been reported, mind you. It's already one too many, and you got 8. So something is wrong there, but we'll see. Mike Johnson. So the connection was, I wanted to know, is he aware of the activities thereof of Youth Life Ministries? And I'm going to change cards here. Card change. I'll be right back. Okay. Well, let's see. Is he aware? I think Youth Life Ministries is in Oregon, I believe. Okay, King of Wands. There's a King of Wands again. So whoever that King of Wands is from that last read, there he is again. And yes, he knows this person intimately. They're buddies. Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, he knows the people. He knows all that. Justice. Familiar with the cases, too. Hierophant. Yeah. Page of Wands. Chariot. Ace of Pentacles. 7 of... You know, I said that earlier, too. There's money sitting somewhere with no recipient. Some of it is theirs. I bet you. 9 of Swords. Yeah, he's very familiar. Word of warning. Ace of Pentacles. There's money, an opportunity for money or something sitting somewhere. Mike Johnson, follow his money. It's weird, to say the least. To say the least. Next, Dean Phillips and RFK. What impact will they have on the 2024 election? Boy, the left-wing media, as they say, attacked the crap out of Dean Phillips fast, didn't he? Like this joke of a person. Which, is Andrew Yang still running? I wonder if he would have been no labels if they would have put him in the administration. He wanted to be in the administration, which put him in there. Got everybody else. Okay, so what impact will they have? No, I haven't read specifically on his money. I can put that down. We'll form a question on that one. What impact will they have? Last two cards, Queen of Pentacles, America, Page of Swords. They're not impressed, so we'll see. The Two of Cups. So there's your deals and your cooperation, unions, bonds. The Moon. There's no there's no direct route to support. I think what's happened with RFK and with Phillips is people have seen them because of news coverage, but they're not behind you. And there's no real direct route to support. If you go on the all-scale attack, and you have to walk the thin line to make sure you don't sound like a Republican, because people who vote blue, no matter who, will never go for that. And so you have to walk the line of Biden is wrong for this country because and not sound like a Republican. So that's going to be a little difficult to do, but that's your business, not mine. But there's no real direct route. That's the part you're kind of having a problem with, both of them. Temperance, the Fool, the Two of Pentacles. Temperance is balance. Two of Pentacles is struggling for balance. And so there's no real direct route to obtain that. The Magician and the Fool, you do have the tools, but it's hard to implement them because of so. So there's that. The Four of Pentacles, it's not there. Defeat, Five of Swords, Eight of Cups, walk away. So there's no real support. they don't have a real impact upon Biden. I think Biden's thing comes from Hunter. That's where his real problem is going to come from. So what is the question for Mike Johnson's money? What should we ask? Should I do a little tableau too? I'll have to reposition the camera and all that stuff. So we'll come back to him. I'm going to do Nikki Nimorata and Donald Trump because she is criticizing him, and I want to know, what does he think about that now? Because mind you, he gave her his blessing when she first announced she was running for president, because he didn't take her seriously, mind you. Where he's getting it from. Okay, I'm going to leave that there. That way I don't forget. So what does Trump think of Nimorata now? Let's see. The Magician and the King of Pentacles. Four of Swords, the Devil, Five of Wands, Hierophant, Queen of Cups, Two of Wands, Three of Swords, Ace of Swords. Right now he's preoccupied, so he didn't really care. But he will, because the conflict will start. Then, mind you, we're still in the early stages, and it's so American politics is so draining. They run for president for 2 years in a row. 2 years. People started announcing forever ago. So once the conflict gets heavier, then he will pay more attention. But right now, he's preoccupied with other things. She's not at the top of the list. She will be eventually, because he will see it as a slight with the Three of Swords. But right now, doesn't care. Either doesn't care or is not aware. He knows Chris Christie is attacking him because he pays more attention to what men say and then pays more attention to what women do, because they tend to really punch him in the face from time to time. Okay, where is he getting his money? Okay, that's what I was going to do. See, I forgot that fast. It's highlighted, so I couldn't forget. Okay. Where is he getting his money? Mike Johnson. Where is he getting his money? Then we'll try a tableau spread too and see what it says. Where is he getting his money? Besides his job, where else is he getting his money? Where else is he getting his money? Where, oh where? Thank you, Margaret. Where, oh where? Where is he getting his didn't know. Where, oh, where? Mike Johnson, where are you getting your money besides your job? Where else do you receive funds from? Five of Wands, Chariot. 10 of Pentacles, 4 of Wands, the Hermit, 7 of Swords, King of Wands, 7 of Pentacles, Six of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, I had a bunch of places, not a bunch, but a bunch. 5 of Wands in the Chariot. Is he connected with a law firm of any kind? Because there's one here that kicked back something. He's also heavily invested. And there is something here with children and a business. So, and that King of Wands pops up again. So maybe that youth life ministry garbage, he also gets kickback from that too. That's what I said too in the last reading. Money with no recipient. The 4 of Wands, there is also a 4 of Wands, 7 of Swords. There is a shell company or something set up to look like it's for laundering purposes. The 7 of Pentacles is investments. And then this is a scheme and a scam. It's fake. So business scheme. So there's something of that nature too. It's meant to I don't know, fix cars or something. It looks like a garage with the Chariot next to it. So it's something to do with transportation, but it's fake. And report too. There is it's not supported here, but I wonder if there's another name that he is known by or some other identity. Or some kind of phantom account or because there's like a person in his shadow, but that person is him type thing. There's another him there. So public funds, I don't get public funds. At least not yet. Well, yes, I do. There's my America card in the Ten of Pentacles. So yes, there's my public card. It's either this or the world. And we ain't got there yet, but there's yes. But you got youth here with the Six of Cups. There's something about a kid or kids here. There's something about a fake business here. And accounts that are in the name of somebody else, but under the power of him. And then some other man who runs a business that he takes profit from. There's Republican donors too, or a Republican coffer somewhere that he's taking money out of, that he's spending money out of. We'll say it that way. Like an RNC type of thing, but it's not that specifically. Maybe one of them things that's set up with a weird name like the family and all that type of stuff. There. There is also probably, and it's going to ramp up too now that he's speaker, some medical investments like pharmaceuticals or things of that nature, or something to even do with trying to get something before the FDA. But you also say he has no bank account. How? How do you have no bank account? Yeah. You're hiding it. It's in the church's name. His car and his house. Those organizations. Oh, maybe that's what that Four of Wands and the Chariot, that's a house and a car. And it's a scheme with the Seven of Swords. Good Lord. And that's their speaker? He is. That's all going to blow open. You watch. Something else is going on there. This is all a little too. No. Okay. So let me reset this, and then we'll do another spread on here. I shall return. Okay. Let's see. Clean these glasses better. Mike Johnson. Mike Johnson. Yeah, they make cards way smaller than that too. Mike Johnson. Mikey Johnson. Mike Johnson. Okay. What's that? Okay, so magic pointer. So we have the 6 of Pentacles, the 7 of Pentacles, the 10 of Pentacles, the 4 of Cups, and the 5 of Swords. That relationship he has with this thing he is invested in is about to get a lot of scrutiny, and eventually it will come into defeat. What is it? I think it has something to do with the church. 5 of Swords is in house Hierophant. Hierophant is religion and organizations. And boom, I think whatever he has invested, he's invested a lot. There's a lot tied up in it. 6 of Pentacles is charity as well, and it's in the ace, the house Magician. Magician is manipulation of charity or investments, and then you have, and sometimes not for wrong or anything, but in his case probably. But there is the manipulation of payouts and charity. High Priestess. So in house High Priestess is the 7 of Pentacles. High Priestess is where you keep your secrets and all the information you wish to remain uncovered. So the 7 of Pentacles, his investments are secret investments, and then manipulated charity. So you have charity, manipulation, secret investment, and Empress, which is where your abundance lies, is the big organization. So he's got a lot tied up into there, which is why it's a really big deal that it gets defeated. Now, mind you, I think it becomes defeated because of scrutiny, but we'll see. The 4 of Cups is in house Emperor. So it's almost like something he has to do because of the position that he took. So we'll see. Tower in house Fool, which means he is now about to go through a tower moment. Thank you. More paper, please. So he's about to go through a tower moment. So over the next maybe 3 months or so, he's about to experience a lot of upheaval. So this is going to be the least of his worries, or not even the least of his worries, but just one of them. And so there's that. The 5 of Wands, the 9 of Cups, the Devil, the Chariot, and the 3 of Cups. There is fighting here about greed and possessions. Someone he worked with and partied with. Party is possibly a euphemism. So there is some conflict, and it has to do with his relationships. These people they're all in the same boat. They're birds of the same feather here. They're criminals. I'm trying to be neutral as I can, but no. The reason I say that is 5 of Wands is in house Lovers. Lovers is the people of like mind. Lovers is also in house Moon. Moon is mystery and secrets and things that are treacherous. This is also the same card, just with its horrible side. So the same people on the Lovers are the same people on the Devil card. So these people are nefarious. These are not good people. These are all criminals of some sort, and now there's going to be some infighting. Not horrible, but it's infighting. We probably will never see any of this, but it's infighting. And it has something to do with greed and possessions. And it may have something to do around transportation as well, or the movement of something. because this is in house chariot. Chariot is automobiles of any kind that travel over the land. And so, or in the tableau, it's any kind of automobile. So could be something to do with cars, possessions, things of that nature. The devil is in house strength. Again, manipulation is quite strong with this person. There's a lot of manipulation here. A lot. A whole lot. And bully tactics. Things of that nature. And especially now that he can use his pulpit, because Five of Swords is also in house Hierophant. Hierophant is also government. So he is now in a bully position, and then devil in house strength. He's got power over people. So he's going to try to use that to get what he wants a different way. Chariot is in house Hermit, though. So there's some kind of isolation of the team. So the team breaks apart. This team here is going to break apart. And one person becomes isolated, and is more than likely him, Mike Johnson, not to point at the devil when I say more than likely him, because Justice is in house Sun, so he becomes singled out. And then King of Swords is in house Justice, and so there's a lawyer here who brings a case eventually. This could be months down the line, not a case, but an investigation. So he's going to be singled out and scrutinized, which, I mean, I think he'd probably see that coming anyway, simply because he's in a position of power and Democrats don't like you. And so, you know, you're going to be that person, just like y'all doing to Joe Biden. You find everything and anybody he's ever known and try to imply something. So they're going to do the same to him. The King of Swords, the Three of Pentacles, Four of Swords, the Magician, and the Temperance. There's a person here that is under the weather, shall we say. But he has some kind of soiree or some sort of get-together here. Three of Cups is in house Wheel of Fortune. That's time, fate, and destiny. There's some sort of get-together here. It is scheduled, so it might be like a birthday or something like that. This person here has a little too much partying there. And they take quite ill, and it's tied to him because they took quite ill at his party or at his soiree or his, because I don't want to say party and you think loud music and people jumping everywhere. Look at luncheon or dinner party or something like that. Someone takes quite ill, and I think it's a substance issue. Why? Temperance is sobriety, and it's in house devil. So there may be a substance issue there. If this were close, the Nine of Cups, I can say it was a food thing to where they shouldn't have salt and they had salt. But I can't say that because it's up here with greed. And because greed is in the line of the money and so forth and so forth. But here in the line of the addiction, you have manipulation, temperance, Four of Swords, Three of Pentacles. So there might be a dealer somewhere too in there. But this person here takes quite ill at something that he throws. And there's that. So the Six of Wands, the Two of Pentacles, the Lovers, the Justice, the Knight of Pentacles. Here he becomes under a lot of more scrutiny because of the relationships that he has. Lovers in house Moon, very big energy tier 2. These are a lot of people that we don't know that he knows. And those are about to become a little bit more known because the Six of Wands, which is his celebrity, center of attention, is in house Tower. Tower exposes. So those around him is going to be a lot more attention drawn upon him, center of attention, when things start to fade away. Again, exposure. What are the three positions of exposure? The Two of Pentacles, the Six of Wands, and the Justice. So we are in house Tower, Star, and Sun. These things will be exposed. So what will be exposed? His center of attention, or the attention will be on him. in a lot more attention because it's going to be blown open. So some reporter somewhere has got something that they're about to drop on Mike Johnson. The star, nothing to hide, the Two of Pentacles. This may have something to do with why he juggles his finances and possessions the way he does. So there's going to be some scrutiny there. And this one, since it's in-house star, you could hide it, but it's not something that you can because the law says you can't, like the freedom of information type thing. So it's like someone has to go digging for this in particular information, but they can still have it. And then here, the sun, as I said before, everything you think is possibly true. So there's going to be some sort of investigation and possible lawsuit drawn to him as well. This is the card of lawsuits, and then there is your the King of Swords for me is usually someone higher up in law, not just a lawyer. So this is like law enforcement, CIA, FBI, and then I use the King of Wands for like more of your uniformed officers. So there's someone here in the justice who will eventually start to look into him, but possibly not while he is speaker. And so there's that aspect of it too. Six of Pentacles, Five of Wands, King of Swords, Six of Wands. There's donations that are going to be scrutinized as well, because there's some sort of donations here that are causing a lot of conflict. On when people start to look into it and start to scrutinize it and start to follow the trails of things. That's when the donations are going to be called into question, especially charitable ones, not just ones for campaigns and things. Charity donations. I still don't think it leads necessarily to him being jailed or anything like that, but there's a lot of scrutiny upon donations. There's also possibly something here to try to end a case. So he will have a court date at some point, or some sort of lawsuit. I don't want to say indictment. That's what it feels like, but I don't want to go that far. I'm going to say lawsuit, but he's trying to end that here, and that's not going to work. Seven of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups, the Three of Pentacles, the Two of Pentacles. There are investments, heavy investments, mind you. We're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars of investments into shale companies or dark money. Three of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles, that they're changing names, or they change jobs. Almost like you had a company and you sold cake, and then next week you sell tires, and then next week you sell nuts and bolts, and then the next week you sell gravel, and then the next week you sell t-shirts. It's like there's some sort of ever-changing thing here, but it's a shell. It's meant to hide money, hide invested money. It's dark money investments, but it's a lot. And there's possessions, not just money. It's possessions too. So I don't know if he's got a parcel of land in someone else's name. If he's got, see what I said about that shadow thing. Like there's somebody else there that he spends money through. Like, but it's him. It's not like he's spending money in his kid's name or something. It's anyway. There's possessions as well that are wrapped up in something else. That is so strange to me. Let's see. Where'd that kid be? Ten of Pentacles, the Devil, the Four of Swords, and the Lovers. His wife also is going to come under some sort of scrutiny here too, because of this organization or some big time organization. And they're trying to remove themselves from it here with the Four of Swords. I believe that whole, didn't y'all say she scrubbed the websites, but it's too late because everybody's already seen it. But there's something else here too. They're trying to pull back from now that everybody's looking. And I think it has something to do with abuse, not sexual abuse. I mean, it could be too, but like conversion therapy or electric shock therapy is considered abuse in some places. So it's like there's some sort of abuses here, or it could be just mental abuse. This is my card for therapy. So it could be a mental abuse as well, to where you are trying to convert a person's sexuality. And so there's something here about mental abuse, and they're trying to back away from this company that is doing such a thing. And I know there's one of them church companies that Betsy DeVos was with that has a whole camp that your kid can go to and be deprogrammed, basically, so that they don't like gay stuff anymore. And so that is considered, from a person like me, to be mental abuse. And so there's that. And they're trying to distance themselves from that. That's not going to work either, because it's more than just you have a relationship, a working relationship. The Ten of Pentacles, the Chariot, the Four of Swords, and the Nine of Cups. There's a lot of things that you get from there, a lot of investments, and you're basically tied in with them. You're not going to get away from that. So, and then the Lovers, Three of Pentacles, the Devil, and the Magician here. These cards suggest that you're in business with them. You didn't just go pick up a kid from the Youth Life Ministries or whoever. You're in business with these people. Like completely, totally, and absolutely. But there's some other thing too, because the Three of Pentacles is in house Hangman. Hangman controls perspective. There's something else. You have to look beyond Youth Life Ministries and look at this other thing too. It's in the shadow of it. And so there's something else there too that is set up to funnel money and resources and things of that nature. He's connected with that. Four of Cups, the Chariot, the Magician, and the Justice. There is what's with this car or buses, or seems to be a very big deal coming up soon. It's in house Hermit, so there's some investigation on it too. There's him, and look for it. I don't know if it's going to pop up in the news or what, but look for him in transportation and cars and buses or boats or something. Some kind of automobile. There's something legally wrong with it, like papers or titles or something here. It can be fixed, the legal problem, but it's weird. Now, this part is not transportation because there's no movement of anything. Like if I had like this here, or a kid next to it, I can say that they were transporting, or if children were in house Chariot or something like that, and then I can say trafficking. But this one is more like there's just something wrong with his in particular transportations legally. And I don't know if it has something to do with him not having his own car in his own name. but there's something wrong legally. It's not a huge thing. It can be fixed, but there's something odd with that there. Five of Swords, Three of Cups, Temperance, and the Knight of Pentacles. There's a business alliance that ends. So something he was hired to do ends, but it ends because it's nearing its completion. It'll circle around again. I think he's being bought, of course, from something. Here, there's the Five of Swords is dishonorable behavior. Three of Cups are the people you're basically doing that with. This is your party or your community. The Temperance is balancing things, working for what's one side to the other, and House Devil there. And then the Knight of Pentacles is something you're hired to do. It's in House Judgment, which means you're hired to do it now, and then it'll circle around again, kind of like you hiring a person for your taxes. And then next year you hire the same person for your taxes, and then the same. So with the Judgment card, it cycles. And so this could be something to do with your taxes. Three of Cups is in House Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune is money, and documents and records and things. And so there could be something to do with taxes and trying to get something reduced and manipulation thereof. I know that everybody also online was talking about the aid that is supposed to be given to Israel, and then the IRS gets a huge slash in its funding and so forth. But transportation for Jan 6, if I had fighting in transportation, I could say so. And mind you, this also with it being in House Hermit. And then if you go here, Five of Swords, Chariot, Four of Swords, Two of Pentacles, this could be fake, mind you. This could be a thing that is not real whatsoever, which is why someone needs to look into it and search for it. Hermit searches. Four of Swords is like it's retreated. It's either hidden in a garage somewhere or you can't find it. You have to search for this thing. So it could be fake altogether or called something else, or he could have a business called, Mike Johnson's taxi cab company, and he has no taxi cabs. There's something wrong legally when it comes to transportation. A fake company, yes, it could be something like that. So it's because it has something to do with possessions and greed and garbage like that. But it's something he invested in. It's a business of some sort too. On paper only. That's what I'm thinking. Because Nine of Cups is possessions, collections. Like if you had a tarot card collection or Fabergé eggs or whatever. It's also a card of food. This is a buffet. It's also a card of greed, having more than you need. That type of thing. So this is your stuff, and it's in House Chariot. Chariot is in House Hermit. Hermit is searching, looking, investigating, wandering, looking within. Four Swords is in House Death. Death is change. And transformation. Two of Pentacles is House Star, so this is yet to be revealed. So Star is a futuristic card for me. You can see it now, and then it becomes clearer later or useful later. Temperance is in house devil. He battles an addiction of some kind. Don't know if he's addicted to sleep aids or something like that. Something to balance him out or to chill him out here. Yeah, his sexuality is definitely hidden, if you will. It's he's lying, basically. Because he has paid for workers, if you pick up what I'm putting down. Definitely. In house temperance, which is sobriety, and calmness, recovery, reconciliation, is magician. There is a now, mind you, this for entertainment purposes only, and none of this is true until it comes out in the news, I guess. He may have a Bill Cosby type thing happening here too. Seven of Pentacles is investments, seeding, planting something, putting something inside of something else. The devil is the devil. Magician is manipulation. The Knight of Pentacles is you do this on a regular basis. It's dependability. And so there's manipulation through chemical. This is also, temperance is also the card of alchemy, putting one thing into another. So there's the manipulation of chemical for the purposes of the devil, if you see what I'm saying. So there's that too. No, not Viagra. This is Quaaludes and things to make you sleep or pass out. I didn't want to accuse too much. I was trying to be vague, but this is something to make one pliable, to make one pass out, which is probably where this person became injured. It's a man, mind you. Here, this person, no, it ain't over the counter. This person that I said was at his little soiree is possibly a working person as well. King of Swords, there is a man. In the Three of Pentacles, there's money changing hands, and it's all different parts. So one person pays, one person receives, one person films or whatever. The Four of Swords is rest, relaxation, or sleep. The Magician is magician, manipulation. And then the Temperance in House Devil has something to do with chemicals and addictions. Sobriety. This person was harmed by drugs. So there's that. his money and his sex life, he keeps very, very, very secret. But unfortunately, you have Trump syndrome to where you ran for office and now everybody's going to be all in your business, because who the hell knew Mike Johnson before last month? Somebody did. I didn't. Somebody in office as well. There's a very influential man that has a crusade against you. Here, 4 of Cups, the Devil, 3 of Pentacles, and the 6 of Wands. So I'm not saying that he's going to be out of office in 2 days, but there's somebody who would like that to happen. There is a Jan 6 connection there, I would say. 7 of Pentacles, Devil, 3 of Pentacles, 5 of Wands. Here, there is paying for the collaboration of fighting. Fighting is also in House Lovers. These are people who are on your same team. These people here are pretty much all the same. With the Lovers card, 3 of Pentacles, and the 5 of Wands. They all work together. And so there's an investment into that. Now, there could be someone looking into that, but again, I don't think anything happens while he is speaker. Now, he is not going to be speaker for the next 5 years or anything, but I don't see him. It's kind of like they did with Trump. I'm not going to touch you while you're president. And so while he is speaker, I think he is more along the lines of just going to be scrutinized instead of taken to task. So there's that. Which is so annoying. But there's his Jan 6 connection right there. He has an investment in it. And the World, Knight of Swords and House World, that would sort of back up his rapid exit, because he's nearing his completion. It's coming fast. Because mind you, if it goes the way they want it in 2024, then Democrats will hold the House, and so he won't be speaker. But he's got a lot of stuff that's coming to completion fast. But right here, he's got a lot of towers coming down, especially around money. So what his tableau starts with, not just charity, investments, big companies or companies that are worth a lot of money. All 3 of the things that he is being the most secretive about all hit the tower. The love of money is the root of all evil, they say. So there's that. His wife has a group here too, like one of them Moms for Liberties type of deals. And they may come under some scrutiny too. That group, 3 of Cups, Magician, Lovers, 3 of Pentacles, 5 of Wands, that group there may have caused some sort of fighting or protest or something like that. So they're being scrutinized there, or she is, her connections are. She's got one of them weird, I'm obsessed with everybody else's sex life kind of groups type of thing. They don't have a happy marriage, though. I mean, not to be non-neutral and judgmental, but the Five of Wands is in House Lovers. They're not on the same page. And in House Empress is money, and in House Emperor is boredom and despondency. And so when it comes to the man and the woman, they are in completely different worlds. She is more family and legacy. I don't know who she is, but she cares more about her own family than him necessarily. And then he's checked out. And neither the Emperor or the Empress appear in the read. So there's that too. Some outside man does, though. Okay. Well, that's what I see. Yeah, he's got an investment in medical or pharmaceutical something too. Mm-hmm. Unless that's what the movement part is. He moves fentanyl or something. Okay. Well, I shall return. I'll be right back. Okay. So we'll see. What else did I have? George Santos says he's not guilty, so they're going to trial. Of course. And will the GOP be united under Johnson? Was my other question. I'm going to do a Celtic cross on that. Will they be united? In the situation, we have the 9 of Wands. I'm going to go with a no already. So there's a lot of pressure being put upon. Challenged by the 2 of Wands. So the 9 of Wands in the 2 of Wands. So the 9 of Wands is a card that basically says, wait a minute, let me get this out of the way. There we go. Everybody knows who I am. The 9 of Wands is pressure. The 2 of Wands is plans. So we need to come up with a strategy to alleviate some of the burden, some of the pressure, some of that grab. We need to try to find a way to ease some of this. Mind you, the 9 of Wands is not burden. It's the feeling of burden because you feel overworked. But it is pretty much your fault because you took on more and more and more. Now, it's not the end of the world, but it's kind of like if somebody walked by and gave you one stick and it's fine. They gave you another, and then another, and then another, and then another. And then you thought, okay, I can hold 6, no problem. And then here comes 3 more, and now you can't. And so sometimes it just builds up over time, which is what this kind of did. With the whole Trump thing. His energy has always been in the Republican Party. It's just never been this emboldened to where people on the outside are now demanding it kind of stay that way. It usually was just sort of quarantined to Washington to where those people knew those people. But now the people on the outside are like, yeah, that guy's just like us. Vote for Donald Trump. It's Trump or bust, or we're going to vote for Trump or nobody else, and that type of thing. So that kind of energy, that kind of mentality is what's causing more pressure, even though he's a MAGA too. But it's not uniting because there's just too much pressure and you don't have the right kind of plans to get away from it. In the root or the subconscious, the real reason we're here, the 5 of Wands, not the 5 of Wands, the Hierophant. The Hierophant is your government. There's an agenda for it. They're not on the same page. Because again, our problem is planning, strategies, blueprints. We don't have the same one in the past. The 10 of Pentacles, the GOP, which is dead. Probably why this card's in the past. George Bush and Mike Pence are trying to revive it. And Mitt Romney. Mitt Romney, George Bush, and Mike Pence, the Avengers of the GOP. Good luck with that. That's who you put your faith in. Goofy, Doofy, and Luffy. Flyhead and the shoe dodger. And the man who put his dog on the roof of his car. Gotcha. 3 of Cups, crowning thoughts is they would love to have some unity, some community, that type of thing. This is what they're thinking about. This is what they would like. The grand old party, GOP. They would love that to be true. What's coming up next is the Page of Pentacles. This is going to be your resources or your campaigns and your strategies that you're going to try to come up with to, if I can't get you to sign on to my plans by asking you, then maybe I can pressure your donors. Something of that nature. There's a strategy behind this, a playbook. The attitude, how you feel, there's the Ace of Pentacles. Opportunities. In the environment is the Two of Pentacles. Struggling to balance. It can be done. So it's not impossible. Hopes and fears, the High Priestess. That was Jim Jordan's fear too, is in public, you say nothing about me. In private, you say everything. And so once the vote went off the record, then more people voted against you. And so they're afraid of this et tu Judas mentality, to where you don't really know who's got the knife for Caesar, and you don't get that type of thing. Who's on your side and who's not. They're afraid of secrets. And in the end, are they united? Knight of Cups. No. Knight of Cups is the false knight. He is called the false knight because I named him the false knight, because when I think of a knight, I think of a person of action, a soldier, if you will. Lancelot and Arthur and all them people. This is a poet. This is a person who charms, who speaks, who's pretty. A knight is built for danger and confrontation, not for poetry. And so this person is the false knight because he's dressed up like a soldier, but he cannot fight. And so that is why I called him the false knight. And that is what is happening here, is they're trying to sell you an image that is not true. And so there you go. Are they united? Trying to sell you an image that is not true. Good luck with that, or not. I mean, you do you. X, formerly known as Twitter. X used to be worth $44 billion. That's a lot of money, Jesus Christ. $44 billion. Now it's worth 19. For those keeping score, 19 is less than 44. 44 to 19. So I just would like to look at the financial outlook of Twitter. Ivanka's gonna go pour the concrete too next. Oh, blessed. X. Financial outlook, the Hierophant. The Six of Swords. I'll go on record and say it will be sold at some point in the next 3 years. We'll see. It has a transition, but it transitions away from the rigidity of where it is now, the rigidness. There is something wrong, naturally, with its leadership. And so it moves away from that. But it moves away from that at a loss. It recovers a little, but at a loss. And maybe it just recovers reputation. Six of Pentacles, financial outlook. Five of Pentacles, that's not good. What is this? Magician. Manipulation of numbers. Of donations of outpour. Maybe trying to drive up the cost, which is something you do when you're about to sell. Trying to drive up the costs. Ace of Wands and Five of Pentacles, poverty. So it's going to lose even more. I bet it hit 7. Bet you one day it hit 7 billion from 44. High Priestess, word of warning. It has no plan of recovery either. 7 of Wands, defending. Trying to get to the higher ground. 8 of Wands, there's your Twitter and talking messages. And Queen of Swords. If he can follow the advice, he'd be all right, but he won't. So we'll see. We'll see. Mike Lindell wants his device, if you will, in all 50 states. So what Mike Lindell has done is he has created a little tool that can be added to voting machines. All it does is determine whether this voting machine is attached to the internet. That's all it does. It determines whether or not your voting machine is connected to the internet. That's it. It does nothing else other than that. So he says. So there's a Republican in Kentucky that said they have no practical use because our in particular voting machines are incapable of online anything. They're not connected to anything that would be online whatsoever. Now, he is sending these things to people free of charge. So it's not as though they cost anything. And they still don't want. So my question is, will Mike Lindell be successful in his bid to add his device to voting machines? It's free and they still don't want it, buddy. Is this what you spend your fortune on? I just, somebody's shaking. Like, dude, you lost everything. Your reputation. You're about to lose your company. You lost your fortune. To perpetuate a lie that Donald Trump was cheated out of the election he cheated in. He cheated and still lost. And you spent all your money trying to prove that he won. Meanwhile, Donald Trump don't know you at all. He don't care. He's got enough money. I know people like to say Donald Trump broke. He ain't broke. He's got enough money to pay you back for all that you have lost. If he was a lovely person, he'd do. Actually, he wouldn't because you're stupid. But You shouldn't award stupidity. That's what happens on reality shows. Maybe you should do that. Be that guy. The reality shows are full of train wrecks. Go be that guy. Go. I'm Mike Lindell, and I'm here with the housewives of Jabba Dabba. Go be one of them people. MTV has got these things where they take random celebrities and they put them in the house. You could be one of them people. You got Carrot Top and Pauly Shore and Dan Aykroyd or whatever. They just put a whole bunch of random people in the house and see what happens. Go do that. You know, go ahead. Will he be successful? The Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords. No. No. The Four of Wands, the Six of Swords, the Judgment, King of Swords, the Star and the Word of Warning, no sir, Two of Swords, and the Emperor. There are leaders that don't trust it and will not go for it. There's no practical use, is what the man in Kentucky said. So he didn't even say no. He just said, we have no use for this. And can't nobody feel bad for you, because at this point, when you have lost everything, okay, grins and giggles, okay, we're going to do this, okay? If Donald Trump, let's say, for grins and giggles, right? I had two questions for just complete grins and giggles here. One, Mike Lindell has gone on a crusade to show that Donald Trump won the election and it has been stolen from him. Let's say you are successful in your endeavor. That Donald Trump has now been proven to have the election stolen from him. Because of you. You lost all your money still, because now you're broke. Your reputation is in the toilet. But let's say, simply because of you, not because of Alina Habba and all the other weird people, just because of you. You proved it. You did it. You got it. You got it done. Your efforts put him back in the White House. What is Donald Trump's response to you? I would like to know. What would it be? Humor me. What would it be? Because here's my problem. I need him to understand that no matter what he does, Donald Trump does not care about you. He cares about him. That's it. So what would his response be? I'll try to be neutral in this hypothetical situation that will never occur. But what would his response be? The Queen of Wands, open. The Two of Cups, there's a deal made, possibly, or meeting of the minds at least. The Devil is the Devil. The World, completion, very short-lived. The Chariot, very short-lived. Ace of Swords, Page of Wands, Eight of Pentacles, Emperor, Nine of Swords. It ends in anxiety, very short-lived. He may do a photo op with you as Emperor, but that's it. Very short-lived. There's no paying you back. There's no appointing you Treasury Secretary so you can steal all your money back. No. Very short-lived. Thanks. Peace. Can you show him out, please? Thank you. Maybe he'll give you the bust of Lincoln or something on the way out. I don't know. The other one, somebody asked us on the community post the other day. If Jesus Christ of the Bible, not of your personal relationship, not the one you know, the one that's in the Bible, if Jesus, that one that's in the Bible, if he ran for office, would he be supported by the GOP? Would he be supported by the GOP? The one with the loaves and fishes, the one who put the mud on the blind man's eye, the one who raised the guy from the dead, sacrifice for all mankind for free. Would they support him if he ran for office? Queen of Wands, open and honest. The Ten of Cups, happy family, harmony. It's also my Democrat card, but we won't go there. I'm asking about the GOP. The Six of Cups, nostalgia, memories, innocence, childhood. The Knight of Wands, taking charge of a situation. The Nine of Swords, I see. Seven of Swords. Four of Cups. The Queen of Cups. That makes even more sense. The Seven of Chariots, the Chariot, and the Knight of Swords. Would they support him? Yes. Why? Because, well, no, not why. They would support him if he changed his message. So you have the Queen of Wands and the Ten of Cups. He is a little too open, a little too honest, as the open, honest queen, for she meets you head on where you are. And the Ten of Cups is a little too much harmony. The open and honest and harmony and happy family, that's not really our get down. The Six of Cups, because why do I say that? Because the Nine of Swords is here. There's a worry, a stress, and an anxiety about your messaging. Seven of Swords schemes. We need you to change thy messaging because it is causing some discomfort. The Four of Cups in the word of warning. So Four of Cups is trying to give you a reality that you cannot change. Acceptance of something. Hey, here, take this. Now, this is also a blessing that you may miss, but there is a reality they need him to change. The Queen of Cups. Tarot lesson time. The Queen of Cups holds a cup in the Rider-Waite. It's called a ciborium. This is where you hold the ingredients for communion, which is the body of Christ and the blood that he sacrificed or that he shed. And so this is supposed to be the Mother Mary, and she is holding the body of her son, basically, who is the sacrifice for all mankind, for she is the mother of that sacrifice. And so the Queen of Cups in the Rider-Waite, she is supposed to be the good woman, the good wife, the good person, that good mother. And so we can accept you if you change everything. And that's the scheme. The Chariot, you have to work with the other side. You have to work with us to run this race as one. We have to be on the same page. So no. They would accept him if he changed his message, which means nothing. Speaking of sons, Eric. That's my last one. Eric. Bless his hearts. Eric. Eric. Should ask, what does Jesus think about the GOP? Huh? Eric. Thank you, Sarah. Eric. Jesus is an immigrant. Well, he would be if he came here. Oh, mercy. Eric. What does the future hold for Eric, legally speaking? He contradicted his own testimony. He admitted something he wasn't supposed to admit. Again, quiet part out loud. This is what happens when you eat paste by the gallons. What is... Oh, Lord. Where did I get that from? Because now I see it everywhere. He eats paste. I don't know where they got that from. Eight of Swords in the Judgment. Ooh, that's not good. That would mean jail in other circumstances, but I'm pretty sure he's not, because this is not that kind of case. But let's see. First card is the Tower. I feel as though if I had two towers in this deck, the last card would be the Tower. My daddy made me do it. Call him the devil. It'll still work, I'm sure. This card made me laugh. Oh, Jesus Christian. Looks like his daddy, don't it? Oh, Lord. And it's the card of burden. So, deck chooses the reading. I have 260 cards, or decks of cards, and this one had to come up, didn't it? There's Tower and the Burden. Badonka indeed. It's downhill from here for Eric, I think. Six of Cups, Ace, that's Magician, and the Queen of Swords. He's going to need a lawyer, a few of them, actually. And there's something about siblings, too, and so you and your siblings are going to have some more issues coming up here pretty soon. Magician and the Sun, there's some manipulation that's being illuminated. Because everybody's saying it. Oh, that was Eric. Mm-hmm. Page of Swords. Bad news. Bad news bears. You and your siblings. This is another one here. Probably Eric or what's that other fool named Dawn? Seven of Cups. Two of Pentacles and the Page of Wands. So we're looking at some evidence here too that is written down, some messages, some emails, some things of that nature. So this isn't over for you. We will be hearing something about Eric in court again. But I think we all said this too, that these testimonies are just going to lead to something else, and it is. You contradicted your own testimony. It can't help but lead to something else. Maybe one of you will be behind bars, but I don't think so. But we'll see. We'll see. Hope springs eternal, right? Okay, that's all I got, y'all. That's it. What time it is? 8:35 here. I gotta make some videos too, I guess. Yeah. So that'll be for another time. Yeah, ashes everywhere. I need something to eat, and I don't know what it's gonna be. I'm about to eat this chapstick sitting right here on this table in a minute. So. I don't know. Maybe I'll eat arroz pollo. Since I have it, I did cook that after all. And it's good, mind you. Okay, let me tell y'all the story. I went to the store. You know what? I'm starting to get to the point where sometimes I don't like people. I know I do, but sometimes I just feel like I don't. I went to the store because I was watching this recipe, and they got this stuff out there in the world. It's called buttery garlic. It's a seasoning, and it's supposed to taste like butter and garlic, basically. And I'm like, oh, that sounds fantastic. Let me go find me some buttery garlic season, right? So I went down to the Amazon app on my telephone, and I'm like, okay. And I looked at it, and it says $17 for a 3-ounce bottle. And I said, with who money? Not mine. You ain't finna do $17 for 3 ounces. No. If I pay $17 for 3 ounces of anything, it should be marijuana or something that I can resell for. 17 ounce. That's $17 for 3 ounces. Now, mind you, I do want it. And I'm one of them people to where if you put the bee in the bonnet, then we have to go ahead and, And so I'm like, okay, I want it. I do want it. And then I'm looking on the Amazon. And I'm like, okay, they might have another one or another kind. Because the child in the video was using the one, I think it was a brand called Kinder's, KINDER''S. I'm like, okay, let me look and see if somebody else got one. Because buttery garlic ain't nothing unique in this world. If you're going to make it, then they're going to make another version of the same thing, right? So I'm like, okay. I found another one. It was, I forget the company name, but they got the horns on their thing. And it's okay, fine. And I bought that one. I think it was like seven, not seven, because that other one was 17. I think this one was cheaper, whatever it was. It still was a lot for some damn seasoning, though. I mean, come on. It ain't one of these big old jugs like this here. It's still seasoning. I mean, I got salt and pepper already. We don't need all this extra. This other stuff was just supposed to be cute. It ain't. I wasn't trying to save my life with no damn $17 seasoning. So I went and I got one, and then I got thank you, Teddy. I got another one. I need some DoorDash. I went and I got another one. I got this big old jar of seasoning I like too. It's got garlic, black pepper, sea salt, and onion powder in it or something. It's all mixed together. It's fantastic. By McCormick. So I got the buttery garlic one, and I ordered it from down to the Amazon. And so I was going to the store anyway because I needed a few other things to complete all the other stuff I was going to cook. So I went down to the store and I said, just for grins and giggles, let me see if they sell that buttery garlic thing in here. And they got one. It ain't the same brand that the $17 people had on the thing, but they do have one. And I'm like, okay, well, let's get it now and let's try it now instead of waiting on the Amazon to deliver it in 2 days. So I got the buttery garlic is what it's called. And wait a minute, I'm going to show it to y'all. I'll be right back. Y'all want some music? Wait a minute, let me turn the music back on. There you go. It's called Feeding the Ducks. Okay, what this all at? Going to the clubs on that one. Okay, go ahead. So this is the one I like. This is why I got this one here. Garlic and onion, black pepper, and sea salt. It's a big, gigantic bottle. That's why I put that on everything. This here was the one the child had on the internet, I think. It was something like this. This is the one I think was $17, right? It was not poultry blend, though. It was buttery garlic is what it was called. And so I'm like, okay, well, let me try it. So, I walk everywhere. So I walked down to the store, and I got the thing. And I'm like, okay, let me try it out. I taste it. It smelled like butter. But it's got a little extra something in the background of it. It's not, you get the butter flavor, you get the garlic flavor, but then you get another little spice in there because it's got lemon peel, lemon juice, turmeric, which my palate does not pick up turmeric and paprika. They just put a color for me. Chili powder, but it's got like a little extra thing in there. And so it don't taste just like garlic and butter. It's got a little extra flavor in there too for chicken. And so I put this because that's what I was making. And so I put that on there and it turned out fine. I put it in the rice too. The rice turned out fine. I went down there to the store. We got this here. I got all the way home. And it's got the little seal thing on it. I open it up. The seal thing is on there with a big giant hole right in the middle of it. I'm like, I can't stand people. Somebody in the store put the thing in the thing and tasted the thing with their thing. I'm like, now I got to go all the way back down to the damn store to say, hey, child, I got one and it's open. I don't like people. Why you do that? Why? You put all your germs. You can have anything in the world off in that damn thing. They got to throw that away now. You probably got trichinosis and typhoid fevers and COVIDs and HIV and everything else, and you just put it all in the goddamn thing. So anyway, so I went down there and I exchanged it and I came all the way back, and then I had to start cooking. But this is the one that I ordered from down to the Amazon, because this one is the one that was cheaper than this here. And so I ain't tried this one yet. I swear if it's got a hole in the top of it, I'm burning somebody's house down tonight. I am. Okay. No, it's good. Let's taste it now. How about live taste test? Okay, if you're going to give me, it's all got to come off. If you're going to put the seal on it, I need it all to come off. Okay. We don't need layers of paper. Thank you very much. I need it all to come off at the same time. Because who can get this? Who can get this off now? Well, I look like Freddy Krueger and I got Wolverine nails. Well, I'm supposed to get this off. It's going to now come off. I'm going to have 99 little strips of paper everywhere. What the? At least there ain't no hole in it. That was God saying, hush and be grateful. But look at this. Every time you try to take it off, it come off in shreds. Human shredder machine over here. I'm making confetti. That's what I'm doing. I'm making a mess too. That's what I'm doing. Okay. Now it's got paper all everywhere. It smells good though. Let me put this back on here like this here. Close. There you go. You tried to trick me. You see that? I don't use my teeth to open nothing. Dr. Eric Clausen charged me way too much money. That's what that is. Dehydrated garlic, natural butter flavor. This one ain't got all the lemon in it. And this one is garlic butter flavor. Should be good on some popcorn. I bet it would be. I just threw a bunch of popcorn away, actually, because it expired in February. Let's see. That's what it tastes like, is popcorn seasoning. That's good, though. That's exactly what it tastes like, though. It's popcorn seasoning. Well, it's for me anyway, so I like it. That's good, though. Okay, so if y'all ever curious, try it. This one has more of the meat flavor, or flavors for meat, I guess you should say. And this is a good seasoning to add, probably of mashed potatoes or just anything you want to, because it's got salt in it, but it's not salty. But do it a little bit at a time and then try it. Like it would be, I think that would be fantastic on mashed potatoes. Oh my God. We should make some and try it one day. I ain't got no potatoes right now. Even a baked potato. But this would be good. I don't know what that brand name, Running Wild garlic butter seasoning blend. This one is from the Amazon. And this one, black salt, I still got it. It'll stay here with me. Oh, it's still good. I still got a lot. This one you can use for your food, and you can use them both for your food, but for your meats and things like that. I mean, you can use both for your meat, but I guess this one's got that lemon and all that other garbage in there. It does change the flavor of things, though, a lot. Because I added it, what I usually add to my rice is chicken bouillon. I put it in the water and do the whole steaming method, and I finally perfected it, finally. So I do the whole steaming method and let it sit and blah, blah, blah. And then the seasoning just soak down into it, and so you don't have to salt it after you're done. And so I put this in the rice instead of the chicken bouillon, and that's all you taste is this, naturally. But it's got a flavor to it. It's not just salt. And so that's, if you don't like the flavor of this, don't put it on nothing, because that's all you're going to taste. But this would be fantastic on some potatoes, tater tots, anything. French fries. Ooh, French fries. We season our French fries anyway. I got this other seasoning. Look this one up. It's very low in salt, though. And it's kind of sweet. So if you don't like sweet, don't get it. But it's called backyard seasoning. And I was going to use my phone, but the phone's dead. Backyard seasoning. And we put it on everything. 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 Backyard seasoning, backyard Southern style seasoning. That one is fantastic, and it's very low in sodium, so it's not really salty, and so you can pack it on. And yeah, I'm gonna try this beforehand. I'm not gonna put it on the mashed potatoes. I'm going to put it on my mashed potato. That way I don't taint the whole thing. And it's or I can just have everybody in the house try it. And then if they like it, then there you go. So that would be good on some pasta. It'd be good on pretty much anything. So I recommend these, mind you. They are good. At least worth a try. But make sure that you gotta, if it's $5, that you can throw that away, because it's different. It's different. I swear by this though. Now this is salt, so don't go heavy hand with this, but try those. But that backyard seasoning is really good too. And I got it from Amazon. I originally got it from a grocery store in Mississippi. That's where we first seen it. And now I can't find it anywhere, naturally, except Amazon and their website too. But I just get it from Amazon because you get every damn thing from Amazon. Amazon is the Walmart of the internet. So there's that. So now I need to go find something to eat. I ain't cooking though. That ain't gonna happen. And it's 9 o'clock now. Good thing about this area that I live in is everything stay open late. Hi, Callie's kid. South India, huh? Everything is still open. I think. Most things. So there's like the grocery store doesn't close till midnight, and the other one is open 24 hours. If push came to shove. Oh, I love a rotisserie chicken too. Especially you get some Hawaiian rolls, or you just got some regular bread. Did he get the right bread? You give me some Hawaiian bread and a rotisserie chicken. Mm-mm. We did start walking at 3 something, I think it was. I've been live for like 6 hours. Regular bread, hey, bread is bread. But as long as he didn't get the wrong bread, he cheering. Learn how to read. Anyway, so I'm gonna go and find something to eat. What? I don't know. It ain't in this house, though. I do know that. Break your fast. Don't break your fast. Hold on. Speaking of breakfast. Okay. I made pancakes and sausage yesterday, and I still got some because I didn't finish it. That'd be good. That'd be really good. Expecting my pancakes, I'd listen. I don't cook a lot of things, but a pancake, you can't tell me nothing about a pancake. I put that on auction for some award shows and stuff. Anyway, so what's today? Friday. I'll try to go live tomorrow, possibly. We'll see. I'll go live again because I got a free time next week. So, I'm doing readings. So if you need a reading next week, email me, TarotsApprentice@gmail.com. I do email readings. They're $20 one question or $20 per question if you have more. If you got a bunch, then you can just book a 30-minute reading and you ask as many as you want. That's $50. All I have is Venmo, Cash App, PayPal. Also, I only use Zoom and StreamYard. And you do not need StreamYard to use StreamYard. And you do not need, well, you do need a Zoom account in order to use Zoom, but you don't need StreamYard to use StreamYard. You just need something with the microphone so I can hear your question. You don't even have to be on camera. What days am I doing readings? All week. So you email me and we'll see what works for you. If you're international, you need one. I'm up all night anyway, so we'll work out some times on that too. So TarotsApprentice@gmail.com. So there's that. So I'm going to go eat and I will see y'all possibly tomorrow or sometime next week, or at the very least, I'll see you Sunday.